Hey guys, what's up? It's Merc here from Bullshit Games, and today is a video where I'm going to show off a couple painted minis and talk about where I'm going with my Convergence of Cyriss, which is my primary Warmachine faction now. For a long time I've played Khador, or Khador, however you want to say it, and as much as I like my Russians in Warmachine, they get boring. I know a lot of people like them. I know they've been big tournament winners, but for me, they just don't have the tricks and the play style that I really... I mean, I like to play them, but I prefer the Convergence play style, and the way the army works a lot better. Now, speaking of that, I am in a Journeyman League down at the local store. I've played 2 weeks. Tomorrow night will be the third week, which means currently I have 3 wins under my belt and 1 loss. Puts me at like the first tier, not like first place, but it's the next tier up from the entry level in points. So it's like, you know, you're doing okay. But some points you can get in the league are from painting, hobby points, painting models, getting them ready from the table. And I've been doing that. I've been trying to do that here the past, couple weeks. And I decided it was time to sit down and put some paint on my Convergence models. Now, normally when I paint, like with Dystopian Wars and the Drop Zone Commander stuff, I even did this somewhat with my Infinity. I kind of do an assembly line approach where I'll paint all one color, then I'll go back and paint all another color on 3 or 4 models at a time. Like, any similar models I have that I'm working on, I'll do all that color, and then all the next color, until that group is done. Usually I just find that a lot easier than trying to do one model at a time. Now, it's complete opposite here with my Warmachine stuff. I've been doing one model at a time, and just banging that model out, and then maybe a day or 2 later I'll try to do another one. The first 2 models I did are models that, if it wasn't for the fact that I have to play BattleBox content in this league, I'd never use. They're the mitigators for Convergence, which, if you know anything about the faction, they're one of our light jacks. It's kind of nifty. It has a knockdown ability, and it automatically does a point of damage. It has a 3-inch template, but there's so many better things out there. I mean, if you need help hitting something, there's the diffuser, there's the Cypher that does the flare. So the knockdown's nice, but it's not necessary. So I decided to use the 2 of them I have from buying 2 battle boxes for paint testers. Now, I am not too proud to not show my mistakes. So the first one I'm going to show, I liked the idea, because sometimes it talks about the way the light vectors work in the Convergence army book, as like a tide of insects crawling over the bigger ones, fixing them, helping them. So I kind of wanted to I was trying for a bumblebee theme. I was doing black and yellow with some turquoise and brass and silver on there. A few things happened with this scheme that I didn't like. One, it looked too busy. There was just the way I was doing it, there was too much going on. And 2, yellow was a pain in the ass to paint. I mean, for all you guys out there that paint yellow, like if you play 40k and you do Imperial Fists, or just any other thing that's a primary yellow color, more power to you guys, because I found that was one of the hardest paint schemes, like one of the hardest colors I have had to paint. So this was the first one. This was Bumblebee. And it doesn't look too bad. I just didn't like the way it turned out. There was something about it that I just wasn't happy with at all. So I scrapped that idea, and I decided to go for an all metallic. Well, not all metallic, but majority metallic, because in the army book and in the fluff, they paint theirs as like a steel color, which it was supposed to be like carbon steel and regular steel. I didn't want to do silvery like steel color or iron, because I did a lot of that with my Dystopian Wars, my Russians. And I didn't want to paint that color again. So I just personally decided to do a gold. I wanted to see what it would look like. And funnily enough, Friday when Litchler was up here, we were talking, he was looking at the mini I had painted as my test, and he said, "Wow, man, that really kind of looks like the Dwemer machines from Skyrim," which, if you guys don't play Skyrim, you won't have any idea what I'm talking about. But the dwarves in Skyrim have steam-powered automata, and they are basically gold. And once he said it, I could definitely see it. So, like, this is the new scheme. It's the scheme I've settled on. It's the scheme that I'm pretty happy with. That nice dark crimson color. And this model, I'd done something I've never tried before, which was I tried to do a glow effect, which I don't know if the lighting's gonna... You can kind of see how I tried to do a glow effect on the gun. And this color scheme, for me, was really simple. All the gold is base painted with Rulic Gold, which is... I use all P3 paints, it's the set I bought. And after I highlighted it... Well, after I coated the gold with Rulic Gold, the red is Sanguine base, and the blue... I was using Exile Blue on this one, but I changed it up and I went with just a Signar base on the next model I'm going to show you guys. Those are the base colors. The gold, I inked brown. I didn't ink the red because the red is so dark that if you use a red ink on it, it's not going to show up. And the blue I inked with a turquoise, and I kind of put the turquoise ink on the gold around it where I wanted the glow to go to represent the backsplash of color. And then I dry brushed the gold all with blighted gold, which gives it kind of a... I don't know. It's hard to... It's kind of like a blighted, kind of a corrupted, dirty metal look, which I like a lot. I highlighted the Sanguine base with Sanguine highlight, and the glow I used, I want to say 4 different colors. It was... What was the Exile Blue, Signar Blue, Meridius Blue, Enchanted Blue, Underbelly Blue, and that was on that guy. Now I'll show you one of the heavy jacks. Well, for Convergence they're called vectors. This is the Cypher. He has a gun for a face. That's right, a gun for a face. But I painted him pretty much the same way as I did the little guy. So it was just gold, Sanguine base, Sanguine highlight. Though what I did for like the Cyriss symbol on his chest and the power plant on the back, I changed it up a little bit. I used Signar Blue, the Meridius Blue, the Arcane Blue, the Underbelly Blue, and I used just a little bit of Menoth White highlight. And after I had it all done, I went back and I put just straight blue ink. I didn't water the ink down. I just put straight blue ink over it to try and get that kind of like the glowy look. And it's not 100% perfect. It's not beautiful by any means, and it's not perfected. But I'm going to keep toying around with that idea and see what I can come up with to make the glow look even more glowy, for lack of a better word. But that's my current Warmachine project. I'm going to try to, before I go back to school, I'm going to try to get at least my vectors painted. I'd like to get all my heavy and light vectors painted, which might be a bit of a tall order. I have 3 more heavies and 2 more lights. No, 3 more lights to do. So I have 6 more vectors altogether to get painted. Because Convergence is a faction that can run a lot of jacks, and I like that. But that's my plan. I'm going to try to get them all done, which I might switch to batch painting. I might do all the gold, then I might do all the red, all the base coating, and then go back and do all the highlighting, and see which way I can get it done faster. But that's just the video I wanted to kind of put together and show you guys where I was at and what I was doing with my Warmachine. I'd say that's kind of the project I've picked to work on painting this month, but it's only because I'm in the league and it gets me points. Because outside of the league, I haven't played Warmachine a lot, so I've been working on other stuff. Now, I know August, I want to say 30th, it might be the 20th, the Resistance stuff for Drop Zone Commander comes out, and hopefully by then I will have gotten rid of some of my old Warhammer stuff, and I'll be able to bring that in. Then there'll be a whole new color scheme that I'll be working on. But I'm going to go. I just wanted to show you those models and tell you kind of what I was working on paint-wise for the month. And we'll see you next time here at Poolshed Games. Hopefully you liked. If you did, give us a comment, a thumbs up, or subscribe.